Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So there's been this movie that I have been wanting to cover on my channel for a bit. I just never felt like watching it. And this is a movie that I feel like not a lot of people talk about. It's been pretty forgotten. We are going to be watching Sucker Punch. I have seen this movie, but I've only seen it once. I remember when I watched it, I was like, wow, I love these visuals, this all-female cast, it's so fun. But then the critics were like, oh, this is so like anti-feminist, over-sexualizing women and blah, blah, blah. And when did this come out? 2011? So I was 14. So, you know, as a 14-year-old, I was like, oh yeah, totally anti-feminist. Yeah, I agree. But the thing is that so many movies from back then that were criticized for being that way, with today's lens, you can look at it and be like, no, this is actually kind of empowering. Take Jennifer's Body, for example. I remember that movie when it first came out got a lot of criticisms for the same thing, essentially. And there are plenty of movies out there that cater to the male gaze that I still enjoy. Like I literally did Charlie's Angels a couple months ago. So with that in mind, I figured that, well, I'm an adult now. I can watch this again with a different perspective than when I was 14 and see what my thoughts are now. Even though I watched this movie once, I do remember a bit from it. Like I remember the plot and I remember the ending, but kind of everything else, not really. Even when I was looking up where to watch this online, I saw who was in the cast and I was like, I don't remember a lot of these people. I hope that I like it as much as I did when I first watched it before, you know, I changed my mind. Without further ado, let's get started on Sucker Punch.
Everyone has an angel. We can't know what form they'll take. Next day, little girl.
Dude, Emily Browning, I thought she was so beautiful. I think she still is beautiful. The first time I saw her was in Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Ugh. She was so pretty. I truly thought that she was going to be the next like girl. And then she disappeared. I thought the same thing about Sarah Paxton. I guess I could never work in casting because I don't have the eye. Good for her to scratch him, but man, she missed his eye. She got a gun? Hell yeah. Wait, did she hit her sister? Wait, actually? Girl, the damage is done. Your sister is gone. Take him out as well. It's already rock bottom. You might as well go all the way. It's like she gets locked up in prison for killing him, or arguably worse, institutionalized in a mental facility, which for women back in the day, is this based off of anything? Like a graphic novel or a comic? I only say that because of like the heavy color grading that's going on, like the green. I don't know, I feel like I always associate that with those kinds of adaptations. Yeah, see? When I looked up Sucker Punch and I saw the cast list and I saw Oscar Isaac in this, I was like, what? I did not remember Oscar Isaac. I didn't even know I have watched a movie with him from that long ago. He looks so fresh-faced. Like, he looks so young.
So the girls use this place to be social. She uses it to help them deal with their issues. Once we take care of a little bit of business, there won't be any of that for this one. She'll be in paradise, if you know what I mean.
The way that they're, like, talking about that right behind her, there's really no hope for her. She's stuck there for the rest of her life.
Listen, Father, I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Is he part of the church?
But what are you gonna tell the detectives when they come snooping around? I'm sure they're gonna love to get her side of the story.
Oh, gross. Everyone's a crook.
I don't have a doctor on staff who does lobotomies. He'll be here in 5 days, so I'll just forge her signature. I've done it a dozen times.
Oh, fuck.
She won't even remember her name when I'm done with her.
Oh, that's so scary. Just like the concept of lobotomies is so scary. If you were just a little bit wild, a little bit unruly, they just like dig into your brain, put something up in your brain to like calm you down. Oh my God. I often think, was it JFK's sister that got a lobotomy? And then she was like in a facility for the rest of her life after that. That's like so sad. It's so devastating. That used to be common practice.
Stop! To these straps.
Oh my God, Vanessa Hudgens.
Sweet Pea!
Oh, I didn't realize Sweet Pea was her, the one doing the narration. For some reason, I thought it was Emily Browning.
Oh, don't tell me. The priest brought you here from the orphanage.
So he is a priest. Not very godly of him.
Can you show this little baby doll around? Give her a little tour of the establishment, please?
Man, Oscar Isaac's not even sexy in this movie. Even the mustache, oh my god, it's giving me goosebumps and like in a bad way.
Let my sister take her.
Rocket.
My god, Jenna Malone. Was this before Hunger Games?
These are the rooms where we take the clients. Blue owns the club, and we, my dear, are the main attractions. Ta-da!
They're pimping these girls out? I knew the premise of the movie and I knew that it was like sad, but this is kind of depressing.
I feel sorry for her. Amber.
Oh my god, Jamie Chung. Oh my god, she gets her own song.
I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
Oh wow, a little on the nose. Is she gonna get caught? Oh, fuck.
Give me that.
Oh, Jesus.
Let her go, pig.
Oh, baby doll was ready. She was ready for that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This actress, I know her from somewhere. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite place it.
Stop! Where are you right now? Are you with us or not?
Ooh, is baby doll gonna like outshine her?
I'm going to play you some music, okay? I want you to dance.
Imagine if she had stage fright. Oh my god, I would actually hate to be in her situation, just like being told to dance in front of everyone with like no prior practice.
If you do not dance, you have no purpose. You see, your fight for survival starts right now. You have all the weapons you need. Now fight.
I remember when the trailer for this came out, it made me think that this movie was about fighting. Like I thought it was an action movie. Imagine my surprise when I watched this and I was like, oh, so like the fighting's not real? It's in her imagination. I mean, when reality is so bad, you only really have your imagination to like find comfort in, to find some sort of control.
Excuse me. Could you help me?
Shoes, your shoes.
The voice.
They're tracking snow everywhere.
Is that the guy from Daredevil? Like the blind guy? Not Charlie Cox. Yeah, it is! Didn't realize how distinctive a voice he has.
You will need 5 items for this journey. A map, then fire, a knife, and a key. The 5th thing is a mystery. It will be a deep sacrifice and a perfect victory.
Deep sacrifice and perfect victory.
Defend yourself.
No preparation. This is like the fucking dance thing all over again. The guy just dipped. He's not even there anymore. You know, it's like a valid criticism when it comes to female characters, their costumes being like really sexualized, and you're just like, how is she supposed to fight and stuff wearing that, you know? And I get it. Like, I understand that. And I can see where that criticism can come in with this movie as well. But when I was younger, what I saw was a pretty girl being really feminine and kicking ass. So for me, I didn't really care that much. And even now, like, I still kind of like the aesthetic. That's what she should have done to the priest. Damn, the third one ain't shit. She just killed him, like, right away. Oh my god. Did she kill that? I'm like shaking.
I'm gonna escape from here.
No one's ever escaped from here.
No, the last 3 girls that tried died. Why don't you guys just listen to my plan?
Don't want to hear your plan, okay?
Then don't listen. Damn, girl. I mean, I kind of get her. When you're in the situation for long enough, you get kind of jaded. And considering like 3 girls who tried died, you know, I would understand why she would be resistant against it.
And if it is a good plan, we're both going.
No, we're not.
I feel like it's kind of dangerous to talk about this out loud, you know?
I've been on my own before.
Oh, that was cool. It transitioned from like a mirror shot into a shot of them. The shots that they do in this movie are creative. Like I didn't mention that before, but like the beginning when it's first started out as like a stage play introducing into the movie, I thought that was cool.
The high roller comes for me in 3 days. So if you guys want to come with me, that's how I plan to do it.
One of these girls has to rat her out, right?
Whoever has the item we need, we get them to watch me dance. As long as I'm dancing, they won't even know you're there.
Yeah, she said, I got I got so much power in my dance that they won't even notice. I'll entrance them. Hypnotize them, rather.
I'm only doing this because you guys would get caught without me.
Well, man, Sweet Pea was the one doing the narration at the end. Or at the beginning. So she probably does make it out.
She's dancing. Your baby doll.
Damn, that man stood up immediately. Maybe Baby Doll had a point. Her dance is just too powerful. He doesn't lock his door?
Here's the drill. Germans are preparing a report for the Kaiser.
Is this man someone she knew in real life? Or like, does he exist outside, you know, in the real world? Or is he a figment of her imagination? You know how like, it's like a thing where everyone you've seen in your dream, you've seen in real life? Like you can't dream up a face that you've never seen before, essentially. So like, same idea. Does he exist outside of this? He's just the boy.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say you stand for nothing. Kind of the same thing. I wasn't gonna say anything for the first dream sequence because, I mean, it was the first one, so I needed to see another one to make a decision. I felt like the fight choreography isn't as good as I want it to be. I thought it would be more impressive, but they're more relying on CGI and special effects. I think it's just like the anachronistic nature of it all with the like advanced technology in this dream sequence and then where they are in real life. I don't know, it's like a little jarring for me, but then it's also like this is a fantasy movie, so that's the point. Oh, rip. Oh, shit. What? He survived that? And then she's gonna kill all of them before it hits the ground. Oh, I didn't realize she threw it all the way up to the fucking atmosphere.
Nice work.
Thanks.
Very good.
Why'd he lay down?
She's not ready. It is too raw.
This show might be yours, but the girls and you are mine.
I don't think I've ever been icked out by Oscar Isaac until now.
Wow, big show, girls.
You got family? I ran away from mine. Sweet Pea followed. She never even had a real problem with mom and dad.
Oh, they're actual sisters? I thought they were just saying that. You know, we're besties, almost like sisters.
Amber.
Damn, how did he catch that?
I hate the cigars. I can never get that stink out of my hair.
Blah, blah, blah. Proper name.
Jamie Chung is so hot. She looks so good. The music is like a little too on the nose. Okay, so the dream sequence for this one. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, map, knife, key. Fuck, what was the fourth one? What is it that they're trying to get from this guy? Well, anyways, this dream sequence is gonna get that.
The rest of you, drop into the courtyard and kill the creature.
Is that not Hogwarts? Wait, no, I'm not even like joking. That literally looked like the top-down shot of Hogwarts when they were having the battle with Voldemort.
Don't ever write a check with your mouth. You can't cash with your ass. Don't wake the mother.
Oh my. What did this little baby dragon do? Fire. Okay, fire was the fourth one. Yeah. Oh, so I guess, damn, I forgot what Jamie Chung's character name is. She is reaching for a lighter, I presume? Bruh, how the hell do you not wake up the mother? That guy was fucking around. Hey, the dragon does not look half bad. I'm not even joking. I think this was based off of Hogwarts. That bridge with the arches underneath. I distinctly remember Harry Potter riding his broomstick through those same arches. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. I like that. The way he cried. Her dance was just so moving. Oh, there's a dragon on the lighter. Nice. I feel like maybe you should like spread apart the items.
What are we celebrating? The bond of the theater.
I didn't say it before, but there was a shot of Oscar Isaac walking away and it made him look short. And then with him standing in front of these two guys who are clearly so much taller than him, it just really like hammers in how short he looks in this.
It's not like people are missing things. You think you're special, don't you? If I was not about to make a small fortune on you with the high roller, I would.
The script is kind of corny. Oscar Isaac, his acting is pretty good. I feel like I'm rarely disappointed when it comes to his acting, but man, he's really trying with the script, I will say.
So much for that little experiment.
I mean, did they have a contingency plan when it came down to like people noticing that their shit was missing?
He knows we're up to something, and if he catches us for real, it won't be a lecture.
What if he was having his ear like right against the door, like listening to them talk about this?
I'm finishing this.
After all I've sacrificed for you.
I feel like Rocket dies.
You can tell me.
Promise you can keep a secret.
Oh fuck. Why did I kind of suspect that Blondie would be the one to betray them? See, I knew it. I called it. I knew at least one of them would rat them out.
I came to keep you from getting killed. So if you're done with the pleasantries, you got a dance to do.
Wait, so is she back in? What happened? She always starts her dance with that little sway that she does. Oh wow, that was cool. Ooh. Why did I like that more than like any of the other fight sequences? You know, this movie always got these girls in some sort of lunge, especially when they're landing, you know, like they're jumping from something. They gotta end it with a lunge. Oh no. She's a casualty. I think I do remember her dying in the kitchen. I think the cook may have killed her. Oh no! Oh. No!
We'll go together.
It's not gonna carry the both of us. You've gotta promise me two things.
Oh, so this is gonna be her self-sacrifice in the imagination.
The first thing is, don't get mad at this.
That was literally her biggest fear. Her sister getting killed in the midst of this. Dude, I would be mad as fuck. A baby doll. You have to break out of there at that point. You know? Like, you lost your sister. You got nothing else going for you. Like, you might as well just try.
The second thing is, tell Mom I love her.
Yeah, fuck your dad. Okay, so she explained that she ran away from home and then Sweet Pea followed her. But do their parents know, like, where they are? Did they just, like, leave them in this facility? Or their family doesn't know and they can just go home? Like, no problem?
I want you to look at what you did. Look at what you did, you bitch!
Take her to the closet.
Oh, whoa. No, I know the actor. Is that John Hamm?
A few bad eggs are plotting against me.
Here, you got the information. This little fantasy of freedom is all they have.
Oh, fuck.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say anything.
Vanessa Hudgens' acting is, like, pretty bad in this. I was thinking it back when she was like doing her little like crying scene before she spilled the beans, but man, that was bad. That was bad.
Right here?
Okay, yeah. They didn't think to erase that shit.
We lost.
No, sweetheart. It's okay.
Oh no, is he gonna shoot her? No. Wait, no.
Blondie, I want to thank you for everything that you've done. The thing is, we hate snitches, so...
Oh, I did not remember him just killing two girls straight up like that.
Here. I hate guns.
I hate guns. Bro, damn, it's down to 2 now.
I've been thinking a lot about all that money you're gonna make me. It makes me feel like I'm this little boy sitting in the corner of the sandbox while everybody gets to play with my toys.
Oh, I got goosebumps for that. I didn't like that.
I'm gonna take my toys and I'm gonna go home.
Oh, so they did manage to get a knife? Wait, I thought they got caught. How did you... Wait.
Come on! Did you lose your fight?
I just found it.
Oh, nice. Go again. Stab him again. Bro, you joking right now? Baby doll, the fuck? She couldn't kill the priest. She couldn't kill Blue. Oh my god, the parallels of her sister in the closet too. Like she was able to get her out and not her sister. Ooh.
Fire, a knife, a key, and one.
The sacrifice. She has to sacrifice herself. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because I do remember Sweet Pea escaping at the end, in addition to what happens to Baby Doll.
Go home to your family. This was never my story. It's yours.
Is this her final dance? Damn, girl, don't dilly-dally. Get the fuck out of there. Oh, fuck. No, damn, that's fucking John Hamm, isn't it?
Did you see the way she looked at me? Just in that last moment. It was like...
It was like, what? Well, I feel like all women about to get lobotomized probably gave you the same fucking look.
It's a shame I couldn't do more for her.
Yes, but you recommended the procedure. Why would you sign for a procedure you don't agree with?
I mean, the guy at the beginning was saying how he forges her signature all the time. He forges someone's signature. I didn't realize it was her signature.
I've been doing this for quite some time. To be honest with you, I've wondered myself whether or not it's right.
Oh, brother!
This guy said, I've been beginning to think that what I've been doing, is it right or not? Hello? Then stop doing it.
I have seen some tortured souls in here. But this one, but you wanted me to do it.
Should have killed his ass. You should have killed his ass.
This is not the way we should be running this place.
I'm not hurting these girls anymore.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, are we suddenly getting a conscience?
I need her in that chair!
Close the door, please.
Oh no, this is gonna be the finishing move.
You're not here anymore? You're in paradise? No. It's not right. Come back to me.
Wait! It's not me you wanted to stepfather! Ow!
You alright, miss?
Oh my God, bro.
She just got lobotomized like 5 minutes ago. Where'd she get that dress? Wait, is that the same kid from the Imagination who was in the trenches?
Is there a problem, gentlemen?
This actually doesn't concern you, sir. I just have a few questions for the young lady.
Who chains us and who holds the key that can set us free?
You.
It's you.
Okay, I will say I did not enjoy this as much as I did when I was 14. I do not disagree with the anti-feminist allegations. I can see how people can watch this and spin it into something empowering. These girls are in a bad situation and then this is how they use their sexuality to like gain control and stuff. But I'm just not getting that from this. Yeah, let's talk about some positives. I think aesthetically it's cool. I almost said I liked the fight sequences, but I'm going to be honest, a lot of them were kind of boring. I think it's a personal preference. That's why I was saying how I liked the third dance sequence the most, because it was a lot of like fight choreography. It was a lot of like, you know, actual movement with the girls. But a lot of the other sequences involved a lot of like CGI. There was like a lot of like planes, a lot of, you know, other stuff going on. I just kind of felt myself not caring as much. So I did find myself zoning out quite a bit. I do like Emily Browning. I love Jamie Chung. I know the actress who plays Sweet Pea, but I'm like blanking on her name. But she did well too. I like Jenna Malone. Can't say I like Vanessa Hudgens. Oscar Isaac was good. All I can say was that I was a little bored and I did not find it empowering. I don't know if I would rewatch this. Like maybe if someone wanted to watch it with me, I'd be like, sure. But I don't know if I'd watch this again out of my own volition. Low key, getting towards the end, I was starting to think, man, when is this movie going to end? That's a bad sign for me anyways, which is disappointing. I was really hoping to like this movie. Oh man, like I definitely would have wanted to go more into my thoughts. My brain is just, it's off. This movie turned it off. I'm so tired. I want to be done. I want to be done with it. Okay, so I'm back. This is a week after watching the movie and after I finished editing the video. But I kind of felt unsatisfied with the end product. After recording, I left the movie not really enjoying the movie as much as I wanted to. But as I was editing, I was thinking to myself, there are so many elements in this movie that I really like. How come I don't like the movie as a whole? Also, I wanted to think more about how this movie can be looked at through a feminist lens. Since I couldn't really gather my thoughts properly before, I figured that I would take this time to really think about it and then I would come back and, you know, give my second thoughts. So I ended up reading a lot of discussion posts and analyses about this movie, and what I concluded is that I didn't understand the movie. I missed something so pivotal at the beginning that it set me up for disaster for the rest of the movie. The whole time, I thought that there was just the fantasy world where Baby Doll was like dancing and, you know, that's where all the battle sequences were, and everything else was real life. But no, the majority of the movie with the brothel / club, the high roller and everything, that was also a part of Baby Doll's imagination. This is signified through the color grading because the actual real life where Baby Doll accidentally killed her sister and is sent to a facility to be lobotomized, that color grading is more gray and desaturated. The shift happens right after Baby Doll is about to have the lobotomy into the scene where Sweet Pea is reenacting the lobotomy. The color grading is now more saturated and colorful. And then it shifts back to that gray color grading when Baby Doll actually gets the lobotomy at the end. Dude, I don't know how I didn't catch that. I might have been talking over it. You know, that can happen sometimes when I have to do like live commentary over a movie. I mean, I'm bound to miss some details, but unfortunately, I missed the biggest detail of all. Even then, I didn't even notice that shift when I was editing. It was only after I finished and when I was reading those analyses, which is like so weird because I love the movie Inception, which also dives into like dreams and subconsciousness. I remember the first time I watched that, I was able to follow it pretty decently. I don't know what went wrong here. Man, I felt kind of stupid, not gonna lie. I kind of wanted to scrap the whole video. I just know some of you watching this video were probably so frustrated with me not picking up certain things. My bad. You know, that's what this segment's for. And there were so many things that I was confused about that I didn't bring up during the video because I figured that as the movie went on, it would, you know, explain itself, but it didn't. I was so tired by the end of the movie that I just forgot to mention it. But knowing that there are 2 levels of imagination, everything actually made so much more sense now that I thought about it. I was so confused that the lobotomy doctor and the high roller were the same person because the lobotomy took place in like the actual real world, the gray world, and then the high roller was in the first level of imagination. But because I merged those 2 together, I was like, oh, this guy is going to take her virginity and then give her a lobotomy afterwards? That's messed up. I honestly just rolled with it. The themes of this movie are kind of messed up, so I just figured that's what they wanted to do with it. I was also confused on why Blue needed a dance teacher's signature to give Baby Doll a lobotomy. Honestly, I should have realized something was up when they switched from saying Dr. Gorski to Madam Gorski. But then I think at the time, I just figured that this facility was understaffed, so she just had multiple roles in this institution. Like she was the psychologist or psychiatrist and the dance teacher. And it also makes sense with what she said to Baby Doll about how she has all the tools she needs to fight. It's kind of similar to how people say that therapy isn't supposed to solve your problems for you. It's about giving you the tools, but you have to do the work yourself. There was also a moment when Rocket was sacrificing herself and she said to Sweet Pea to promise her two things. She said the first one in the high fantasy world, and then she said the second one back in the real world, what I thought was the real world. Now this one I actually didn't notice during my first watch through, but I actually noticed it during editing. I was under the impression that the girls weren't aware of what was happening in like the second level of imagination because it was Baby Doll's imagination. So she would be the only one cognizant of what's going on in that world. So I was like, wait, how did Rocket know to continue her two things in the real world? That one got me like so I think that was what prompted me to go read up on the movie because I was like, I think there's something wrong here. And then finally, with the wise man / bus driver, I had mentioned before that, you know, it's a thing where you can only dream up faces that you've seen before. And I was like really stuck on the idea, like, oh, they definitely would put that concept in. At the time, I felt kind of validated about it when he showed up as the bus driver at the end. But I Googled up that idea and it's not even scientifically proven. My view on that man was too static for me to even consider any other possibilities. However, since I thought more about it, the whole sequence with Sweet Pea was color graded a little bit differently. I kind of noticed it during my first watch through, but not that the color grading was different. I just thought it looked ugly. It looked super filtered and digitally altered. I just assumed that because this movie was from 2011, it was just meant to look kind of janky. If you look at the color grading kind of closely, it has kind of like a sepia color grading, which is different from what we had seen before in the previous scenes. Was this a different state of reality? Because we actually don't know if Sweet Pea successfully made it home or not. This could be another fantasy of Baby Dolls post-lobotomy. I feel like I'm on the right track because as the bus was driving away, there's like a billboard sign that says like Paradise Diner. And at the beginning of the movie, Blue was referring to the lobotomy as her going into paradise. So honestly, the concept of me getting confused and blurring the different realities together, maybe I do understand the movie on a deeper level. Kind of like how I'm recording this with no makeup, no lashes, in the middle of nighttime. My real life is dull and gray compared to when I make myself up for my videos and I have to color grade everything to look nice. And even after all of that, how much of the real life that we were seeing actually real life? The movie literally starts off on a stage. The whole thing is a performance. Maybe even at that level, real life is another level of subconsciousness. We'll never know. Also, did you know that there is an extended cut of this movie? I didn't, because for my video I watched this on HBO Max, which was the theatrical cut. Upon my research of the movie, it seems that a lot of people prefer that cut because it provides more context on the themes. So I figured with my newfound knowledge, I would give this movie a second watch. I really tried to pay attention this time because I didn't want to miss any details anymore, and it wasn't like I was talking over it like I do for a video. Since I didn't record my reactions, all you really need to know is that there's a few dialogue changes and some extra scenes, including a music number in a scene between Baby Doll and the High Roller. So the music number is a duet with Blue and Madame Gorski. It depicts the girls' individual dances and the early stages of Baby Doll's life in the club. Honestly, I liked the number a lot. It was kind of giving Burlesque, the Christina Aguilera movie, and it was the only time we see actual dancing. But I kind of get why they cut the number because tonally, it didn't really fit with the rest of the movie. I don't know what the opinions are about this, but I personally didn't mind the fact that we didn't get to see baby dolls dancing because it adds that fantasy element. Her dance was so entrancing that only us as the viewer can imagine what she's doing. It can be so subjective with each person, what can be entrancing to them. What might be entrancing to me might not be entrancing to you, and vice versa. But considering how much they talk about dancing for other people, and not just baby doll dancing, like the other girls dancing, there's like no indication that they're actually dancing. Like we see them like stretching in the dance room, but we don't see any of the girls like practicing actual dance moves, you know? So if they had like sprinkled some scenes of the girls dancing or like at least practicing, then the music number could have fit in nicely. Okay, now the scene with Baby Doll and the high roller. To basically sum it up, he knows that he's paying for her virginity, but he wants her to willingly consent to it because what he wants to pay for is truth. Like he wants a moment of truth between them. And in return, he offers her freedom. This is paralleled in the real world where John Hamm is preparing for her lobotomy, which explains why he says that Baby Doll gave him a look as if she wanted him to do it. She was actually consenting to it. The freedom that he was talking about in her imagination ended up being freedom of her mind through the lobotomy, where there's no more pain or guilt from killing her sister and everything else that happened. In a way, you can interpret a lobotomy as a sort of rape of the mind. This deleted scene is very interesting because it definitely makes it more explicit on what the themes are and makes the movie a whole lot darker. From what I read up, the movie was trying to stay within the PG-13 rating. So if they had included that scene, it would have definitely towed the line a bit. That was actually one of the issues I had with this movie. With the themes going on and with the fantasy battle sequences, I felt like it was a little too trimmed down and sanitized in a way. I definitely think being PG-13 held it back. If it was rated R, I think it could have explored those themes even more and it could have been grittier and more fleshed out. This scene also made me think more about when Baby Doll is dancing. What exactly is happening to her in real life? And the conclusions that I reached were not very pleasant. So it comes down to the feminist perspective part of my thoughts. So after my watch through, I admit I kind of had like a knee-jerk reaction of thinking that this movie was objectifying. Honestly, the movie kind of drained me so bad towards the end that I couldn't even pinpoint why I felt that way. I think me not loving the movie made me extra negative with a lot of aspects, along with the fact that 3 girls died, another got lobotomized, while one girl was able to survive. The ending just kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth, even though the whole movie was bleak, so the ending being bleak is consistent with that. However, I still maintain my analysis on how this movie is about women taking some sort of control in their lives when they're in impossible situations, fighting on and on against systems that continuously oppress them. I guess there is something empowering that even if everything doesn't end happily ever after, the odds were against you, you still fought with all your might. I read that Snyder's intention was to make a commentary about sexism and geek culture, that the girls were dressed and filmed that way to force us as the audience to view them that way as well. And while I do see where he's coming from with that, I do have a little bit of pause because this was directed by a man. I just think, did he actually have those intentions? Or was this actually objectifying and he's just saying that to cover it up? Not to compare the two movies, but I had mentioned Jennifer's Body before, which was directed by a woman. I like that movie because I can genuinely feel the earnestness in the themes because the director has the experience of being a woman. The woman who get it kind of thing. And I guess Snyder did what he could with his own male experience. And that's why we're forced to watch this movie through a male lens. So yeah, I believe his intentions, but I'll always kind of have a little suspicion in the back of my mind. I also wanted to bring up another point, which is that this movie got criticized a lot about being objectifying through the skimpy outfits that they're wearing. It's obvious that this movie is highly influenced by video games and anime. And while I'm not a gamer, I do watch anime. There are a lot of animes out there that animate girls fighting in skimpy outfits. I had mentioned this in my watch through, but for me personally, I never really cared about that kind of stuff. When I see outfits like that, I just think, cunty, you know? I just think women can wear what they want. I don't give a fuck. But that's a personal opinion. I know that some people don't share that same opinion as me, and that's fine. At the end of the day, the way that you engage with any type of media is going to be subjective to your own experience. You know, I can see why people think this movie is objectifying and anti-feminist and blah, blah. Yeah, I definitely can see that point of view, but I think I don't. I also don't think it should be regarded as like a very important piece of feminist work. I don't think that either. I'm kind of just like in the middle. It's just up to the individual. Okay. Now, after all of that, a second watch with additional scenes supplemented. Did I end up liking this movie? I actually am not sure. Once I figured out about the 2 levels of imagination and I could follow the story better, it did make the second watch more enjoyable. However, the complaints that I first had about the movie are still there. I still think that the fantasy battle sequences are way too long and busy. The reason why I liked the third sequence with the robots and such the most was because there was a break in between the fighting and then when the music started cutting off, when we got back to the first level of imagination. Also, I think I just like the fighting and the camera shots better in general. In the war and castle sequences, it just felt like back-to-back action and fighting. And I just got fatigued and would zone out. It happened during my second watch through too. As much as I tried to pay attention, I just couldn't help but zone out. I don't really enjoy having to phase in and out of movies, you know? I would much prefer if my attention was kept throughout. So that definitely dampened the overall experience for me. I do think that this is a movie that would be good to watch with friends. It could counterbalance all the really long fight sequences if I had like other people to bounce off of to like laugh along with. Overall, I like this movie conceptually. I like the themes. I like the all-female cast. And I like the idea of like high fantasy battle sequences. I do really like fantasy movies, so, you know, with all of that combined, I thought that I would end up really liking this movie. But the execution kind of lands a bit flat for me. The only consistent positives that I have about this movie is that the acting, aside from Vanessa Hudgens, and CGI are pretty decent. With movies like these that deal with like subconsciousness and like escaping reality and such, Inception or The Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, I think that the more that I watch this movie, the more that I will probably pick up from it. So unlike before, I am not opposed to rewatching it again. If Snyder ever decides to release a director's cut, I'll give it a watch. I'll be there. I know that I probably talked for forever. I hope that this was at least interesting enough for you to stick around. But yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this movie. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you for the next video.